Hi, Austin. Alan Cockrell with ABC, hitting coordinator for the Arizona Diamondbacks. I'm going to run your swing through and just take a look at a few things this afternoon. When I look at the load, I see it that you're in a very good position. You're loaded up to the inside part of your back leg here. This back knee is staying inside your back leg, which means you're into that backside and not on top of it. You have good bend in your front knee. You have equal amount of bend in your front knee as you do your back, and then your front knee is inside that front foot. We look at, your hips are nice and square. The shoulders are nice and square. Your hands are in a good position. Shoulder height, they're separated back over behind the back knee. Your head is in a very good attacking position over the belt buckle. That's the exact position that I want my hitters to get into. When we start to run forward and we start to look at the actual swing itself, what I see is a very handsy swing. We start to drop the hands and we start to sweep the bat a little bit. This elbow will come underneath. But then when we get into the swing, we start to sweep the hands, and there's very little use of the lower half. At this point, I see the barrel of the bat is outside of your hands. Your hands are here, and the barrel is outside, so that means that we're going to sweep the bat across the zone, and we're going to have this type of arc with a very quick finish in and out of the hitting zone very, very quickly. So that makes us, we're able to handle the inner third of the plate thigh high with some effectiveness, but anything else in the zone, middle away, outer third, any type of off-speed pitch, it makes it difficult for us to stay on this ball. So we'll just run through your swing, and we can see here how your hands are in tight to your body, and then you pull your hands across your body. We want to get a nice full arcing finish in that swing. So we'll run it through again, and I'm going to take you to that load position. And when we get down, when we get loaded, we want that first move to be with this back knee, and we want to take the weight that is gathered up into the inside part of that back leg. We want to transfer that weight forward to the inside part of this leg. When that happens, we want this elbow to drop down underneath the hands into the slot next to the rib cage right here. Okay? So as we start to go forward, we're going to start to get turn and transfer with this back knee. When the elbow gets to this point right here, when this elbow is right here, we want the hands to be right here even with the elbow. Okay? So we'll have the hands will be here, the elbow and the back hip will all be in a line. That's that connection. So this lower half driving forward into this front leg, all of that energy gets passed off into the hands, and then the hands can go forward. They'll start to work in front of the center of gravity, which is your belly button, and then we can get to contact and then keep that barrel extending through contact so that finish is nice and long and full throughout the arc of the swing. Okay? So I'll just run forward again, and we'll just look at how the hands just kind of sweep around the body rather than use that lower half and use the height and the leverage that you have with your legs to be able to create bat speed and also direction to keep this barrel traveling through this ball that would be outer half, out in this area, or even outer third out here in this area. So what I would like for you to do, Austin, is we're going to try to get you into that good loaded position. Okay, you do a good job of getting to a good position to hit right there, but we just don't want your swing starting up here with your hands. We want the swing to start with that lower half and then let your elbow slide underneath. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you do a lot of tee work, and we're going to set this tee on the outer third of the plate. We're going to set it even with or just inside this stride foot right here. Okay, we're going to put a little ball on here for you. What I'm going to have you do is just do a lot of top hand work. okay? Get into that loaded position. As you get into that loaded position, I want you to drive this back knee and drive it forward into this front leg, okay? Keep the good bend in that front leg, keep that knee inside, and then as you do, let that elbow slide underneath your hands so you can get your back hip, your elbow, and your hands all in alignment right here, okay? We're going to try to get to this connection. And now this top hand is going to be able to stay palm up and extend this barrel so you can get to contact right here and then get good full extension through this ball so that we can drive this ball through the second baseman. We can drive this ball through the right side of the cage with good extension and good bat speed. As it is right now, as your hands drop and your hands sweep, if we get to this ball, then we're into the finish like this very, very quickly. We're pulling our hands across our body and around our body as opposed to releasing that barrel, top hand staying palm up and releasing that barrel and throwing that barrel into contact and then good full extension after that. We want the top hand to work like we're skipping a rock. And if I were to stand in a hitting position and I were going to skip a rock across the water, I would want that elbow to slide underneath so I could release my hand and get that rock to stay flat and stay flat on the water so I could skip it. Another analogy that I might use would be hammering a nail sideways. Get the butt of the hammer working in front and then release the head of the hammer so that you have bat speed or you have hammer speed to drive that nail into the wood. We don't want it working around, so I need everything in alignment to be able to do that. That all starts with your lower half. If your lower half doesn't work and the hands work around the body, then the extension through the ball is really only effective on this pitch right here, middle in, and then I can get to that ball, but I'm in and out of the hitting zone very quickly. So you get to a good hitting position. Now let's just get some lower half drive and some lower half direction so that this knee works right inside and transfers right into there so that you have good direction and good power to drive through the ball in, to drive through the ball middle, and to drive through the ball way so that you can get you can get to contact and extend through contact, to contact and extend through contact, and get on this ball away to the contact point and then extend through the contact point so that that barrel doesn't work to the ball and then off the ball and around your body, okay? Austin, I think this is a drill. It's really going to help you. You're a tall kid. You're a big kid. Yeah, you have a lot of power with your lower half. We just need to get that power involved in your swing. Don't let your hands work in front of all that power source and work around that power source. Let them work in conjunction with that lower half drive. Drive that knee, transfer weight into here, let that elbow slide underneath so we get the connection of the hands, the elbow, and the hip right there. Then as the hands start to go forward, keep that top hand, keep it palm up through contact and extending through contact to get good direction and good drive to the baseball. All right, bud, that's my suggestion, and I'm very confident it'll work for you. Just get that lower half involved, all right? Thanks for coming to our camp, and best of luck.